Hello and welcome back for this video. I will speak about TypeScript today, and I will speak about how you can working with classes, class constructors, sorry, and how it's working. So the first we want to create is the index HTML, and then an app.js, and then a TypeScript configuration. So let's create the HTML file first, and it should be index here, and let's just keep it here. And what we want here, it's the script, and it's the type should be application JavaScript, and then we say we only want the app.js, and I know this not exists yet, but it will. Inside the app.js file we will create two classes. The first one should be the car, and the second one should be the car opal, and it extends the car. Down below here we want to create one called car and the second one called opal, and we define it as car opal here is equal to new car opal. And then we basically just create a TypeScript file here. We can just say the configuration, yes, we have it here, and I just need to see it's fit over my document here on the right, yes, and that's what we want to start with. And then we can say tsc watch. It should compile a JavaScript file here, and we have it here. So now we are good to go, and we can working with the first constructor of our car class. So let's going up here on the car class, and then we say the constructor up here, and what we want to do here is a console log and car constructor. And let's copy this and going down here for the opal car constructor. And you can see we have an error here, and when we compile it's watching. It's because when you extend a class with a constructor, you need your own constructor with a super the super function. That's meaning the super is taking the parent class, it's car, and then call the constructor from the car first. So first we will call, in this case, we will call the constructor in the car, and when we run the car opal, it's meaning we first run this constructor one more time because it's a super, and then we want to call our own constructor inside the class. So let's open the index inside a browser, and I open it in Chrome, and let's say inspect, and the console view here. You can see we have called the car constructor 2 times, and then the opal car. Let's going back for the editor one more time so we can continue with the constructors. And why you use constructors, you're probably sitting here and thinking on the constructors is something it's happening when you create the class on the variable. So it's happening before you call anything else inside the class. If you have, like in this case, we have the car and the car opal, then we probably want in the car to get something about a generic car constructor, and then push it down to the car opal. And then when you use a function inside, let's say start the engine, and then you already know which object we are working with. So it could be very useful, but don't use it if you don't need it, but if you need it, you can use it. So let's play a little bit more about the car opal class. We can go down here and create a read-only. Let's say read-only, and should be a brand, and should be a string. I will move this up here. And read-only, it's meaning it can only be constructed inside the constructor. It could not be in a function or something like that. This brand is equal to Opel. So let's going back here down below here and just say console log brand car Opel brand, and we just say this and brand. We can read it, but we can't put it inside outside the class. So I will just find my browser here, and we can reload it here. You can see car construct Opel, and the brand is Opel. So that's perfect. But if we want to create a little easier and more the class way, then we can just go up here in the car, and then we say protected, and we want a brand, and it's not requirement to say to put inside, and then we can just use this, and then we can basically remove this and place Opel inside the super and minimize down here. I think maybe it should be public. Yes, it should be public, but we want to make the brand is protected, so we can do it another way. And the brand, we can say car brand. I think it's much easier here to do this, so we can make it more generic. And then we can make a getter, and we can call it brand. And what we take here is return this car brand. So we're taking from our parent. It's protected, so it's only the parent itself, and it's what classes extend with the car can use this. So I want to take the brand out. We already know here it's Opel because we're creating the class, so that's a defined we use, and then we print it out. So let's see about it. We'll return the Opel again. I'll reload, and Opel is still here. So let's going back for the editor. When we are here back in the editor, let's moving the brand up in the parent and then save it, so we can create a new function. It could be some cases it's only this car brand have, so we just say that in this case this car is the only one that have an engine. I know that's not true, but I need to make an example of here. And then we need to say the public protected, and inside here we say engine type, and we need a string here. Engine type could be a diesel or a benzene, so that's what we put inside here. That's mean we get an error down below here because we need to define engine type, and then we have a model here, and the model should be, and that should be string 2, and we add the model down here, and the engine type private here. So let's say this one. I don't need the private. And up here we want the car model. It's not necessary, and it's a string, and it's protected too, so we can get access for it on the cross of. We only need the private here, and we only need this two here because we're moving the brand, and then we'll duplicate this and say the model, car model here, so that's perfect. And the engine, we just return this engine type because it's a private one. So let's see, we need engine 2 type, I think that's the right one, and then we need the model Corsa, and what we say here, the model, and then we need the engine, and let's try to save this and going for the browser and put it up here. You can see Diesel, Corsa, Opel, and everything here is working. So now you have in two classes where you have constructor, you have binding is together, so you can use it the way you want, and it's always want to be called before the function, like the engine here will always be the last call based on the constructor chain. I hope you understand how you can work with constructors and how it's working. I really love to teach you, so I hope you want to subscribe my channel. Go in the right corner below and press on the ding. And of course, this code can be found on GitHub, and you can freely download it so you can see my samples. And I hope you want to make a comment if you have any questions. And remember to share, like it, and add it for your playlist so you're never missing my videos. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you next time. Bye bye.